Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. Um, was kind of like having a very good talks and talking about this. People was asking me, what's new, Dio? What's up with you? Talk to them about this inner peace, and it hit me that what we did here in the live chat, especially from the year, like go back a year ago. Those are the precious video of that energies of the inner peace. And today I wanted to kind of like make a video of the inner peace overall situations in there because that is actually your personal union within you. With no restrictions, you don't self-restrict yourself, but there is a healthy boundary. And kind of like I want to go dive a little bit within this. Give this bolts and nuggets and so on. Since I'm a mechanic, by profession. But talking about all this, take a look at it within yourself to understand it within this. Also, look at it, the study today, the biggest reasons why the people get separated. And it strike me, what was the biggest reasons? Maybe tomorrow, that's what we're going to talk about it because I believe that the previous karmic relationships is affecting your twin flames journey. And if you're still carrying it about the burdens from these karmic situations, you are gonna get these burdens into your twin flame journey. If you don't heal the twin flame journey situations inside of it within you, how are you gonna get into the inner peace journey that you're supposed to be in union with another person? It's not gonna happen in there. So also talking about this healthy boundaries. But a lot of the people wonder what the healthy boundaries that is. That is a healthy boundary where the other person actually is trying to tell you something or project something over you or does something. They want to force their agenda over you. And you have these healthy boundaries like, you know what? No, I have to go against myself in order to achieve this. If I want to do it, it's going to be in my way. You have to let me go, do it on my own terms and avoid situations and so on and so on. And by doing it, these healthy boundaries inside of it with you, and at the same time, you have no restrictions within yourself. You keep your this unlimited potentials within yourself open because if you have restrictions inside of you, then the things, the inner peace is not going to be. And let me tell you about these restrictions. Some of you are self-restricting yourself for with it. So let me recognize the people who coming into the chat. Grande, thank you for coming in. Andrea, thank you for coming in. And talking about these questions, if you have so many questions, let it put them in the chat in there. There's a good energy came into the chat for some reason. Okay. Feel that good. Hi, Angelique. Thank you for coming in. And talking about all this tomorrow, maybe we can talk about the main reasons. I want to know your reasons why you're not with your twin flame. But more, that's going to lead to that when you find out the main reasons in there with for it. I want you to look at it why you are not in that situations within your own self in there because that's going to lead you into the path of that inner peace within you. I look at it, the statistics of the karmic relationships separations that can give me a kind of like estimate of the things that goes on within the twin flames. So in the Facebook and the group, as soon as I finish here, I'm gonna make a pool there with similar things, which is I prepared already. So if you are within the I am Twin Flame Facebook group, right there, there is gonna be this pool, and I want to be looking at it to see it. That way, we can help more people to get in union within themselves, but eventually will lead to union within their divine partner for it. Uh, so all right. So go back into the personal union without restrictions. Personal union without restrictions is when you find out that before in the relationships, you were doing things just to get to the partner. You were kind of like aligning yourself, twisting yourself. There was energies that you're trying to match up into the partner and trying to match up to the partner in there, you actually also going against yourself. Or when the partner, it's kind of like asking you to looking at you reaching out those restrictions. You need to understand that there is a difference between the restrictions and the healthy boundaries. Restrictions, that is a when you self restricting you to yourself, it's like I don't know what that is, I don't know how to experiencing this, I don't know how to navigate within this, I do this within me because I have a freaking fears. You facing your fears in there, that's not boundaries. The fears are keeping you off out of this, they keeping you in this lower realms in there. When you actually facing your fears, you comes back up, and now you look at the situations where to evolve. But the healthy boundaries, that is it, the boundaries where the others don't put you or don't transmit their fears over you. That is a fear of death, fear of abandonment, fear of things is not gonna get great. That could be a fear related into the regular relationships, and so on and so on. So, talking about within this, you're gonna look at it in yourself. Are you completely honest with yourself? And that will lead to the completely honesty to your partner. That is a what you don't have to have restrictions there, because those restrictions shows up your true self, your true personality from within you, based out of your true spirituality within you. And this is how you have no internal conflicts within yourself by yourself. Because guess what? You are not limiting. It's like, well, I cannot show this my side. I cannot do this from it. And I cannot say this what it is. I mean, I do these things this way, or I do that things that way. You say the truth. And here is there is no restrictions. And if there is no restrictions, there is no problems with the energy to flow naturally, because that is the truth within you. But when you don't say the truth, when you put the restrictions inside of you, guess what? You think the other side doesn't feel it? Oh, they do. They got these trembles inside of it. Like, it's red flag, right? So look at inside of yourself and about all those energies, because this is your personal relationships from within you. While the healthy boundaries, that is a like, you know what? I think you should do this and this, or maybe you should change this because that's going to be better for our relationship. Ding, 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 ding. Warning, warning. And that's what I'm talking about. Those are your personal boundaries. But when you go ahead and looking at inside of it and all this, situations in there with those boundaries is like you're talking about the issues. And what is it? It's like you don't want to change your partner, and your partner doesn't want to change you, because that understand that they're gonna cross your personal boundaries. If you find that it's something you need to change because within the relationships or because of that's what it is, the path of evolutions, guess what? You do it on your own and your partner knows. So you so your partner knows this is a healthy boundary for yourself and they are not interfering in there. We're talking about different knowledge within all this. Understanding can depend within the healthy boundaries. They know what you're going through, and they know if you need their help, they're next to you. But they know that this part of the inner work that we are talking about, because they cannot do that inner work for you. And they have these healthy boundaries of understanding of the other side, are not crossing on that, because that is their job. Is the same way you have a healthy boundaries within yourself, within the relationship, not to interfere in their internal process, that the internal work that only they can do. So talking about all this, it's relating to everything inside of you, because what it's leading you is the inner peace. If you don't have the inner peace currently, I'm really suggesting you rewatch the videos from the ever since the beginning of the live chat. Right there, we walked through that here in the live chat. We did that, getting it in there, and now the way I see it, we are progressing more and more. Just getting it this what I call it like a laser sword or machete, and shatter through to the old paradigms and keep going forward. This is what Age of Aquarius says. Keep going forward, full forward, getting it in there. All right, Elizabeth, thank you for coming in. Pallavi, thank you for coming in. Glad to see you here. Truth is true love. Hello, Dio and everyone. Been a while since I joined one of your lives. Oh, you're welcome. Welcome back here. If you have any questions, ask. Pallavi, natural changes and discussions, no manipulations, no pressures, no conflict. Yes, and that leads into inner peace, Pallavi. That's what this is. But when you have a partner on the other side that understands all this, then you will understand the power of this divine energies inside of you, because spirituality leads to this improvement within a spirit, within a personality in there. And then you understand that all this was leading you to here, to these points. You want to have life with, I don't want to say no conflicts. You're always going to have something. You're always going to have something to deal with it. You're always going to face something. There's always going to be room for improvement. Okay, but if you think that the conflict is the reason that you should not do your inner work, then guess what? You give more power to the conflict. And then you're looking at how you to manipulate the situations, and then you're going down the road. Exactly. Handling the conflict without fight, because you understand the value of the inner peace between you and your inner partner. There is a healthy to have a really, I will call it intense conversations. Okay, when you have different opinions, but in a healthy relationship, the one person sees the one view, the other person sees the view, and the other person somehow makes it to see the other side, to put you on your side of view, to look at it your point. There, put you to see their point. And now, since both see the mutual visions of the same point, the same issues from it, you're like, aha, this is what we have to do. And then you overcome the conflicts within, because the inner peace is maintained, and the inner peace is the value. The real value within the soul is that inner peace. And that is a yes, this improvement that people been seeking into the relationships, the healthy relationships that's based on in there. But a healthy basic personality have what? A healthy spirituality within. So when we're talking about those energies, when we're talking about this improvement, yes, this is a your personal union with all this process. Your partner has no room there. That is a healthy boundary. The only room that your partner has is walk with you during this process. Walk with you, next to you, understanding your inner process with this. And when this is happening, you will understand what the meaning of love is, because you're going to be next to them when they have the same thing. But it all begins with that unifications without restrictions. Because if you're restricted like this, well, I cannot be next to you when you're down, or I cannot do this, or I cannot get this, or you know what, I will look at it what I need to do. I will look at it what is all those. You will understanding inside of you the areas of concerns that you need to personally grow. And this is the moment, actually, when you go fall in love with that process, the growth, the growth between you. Because the happiness, see the other person grow, mature in the front of your eyes. You mature in the front of their eyes. In there, that is the one thing called love. You will understand the love meanings in so better ways, guys. Okay, but I'm looking at more within the reason. What is your reason you don't have the inner peace? So we can help you. We can do this for you guys, because achievement on that inner peace is good, is great. But how about that change of the old paradigms in there? Okay, and this is why when we have a discussions, we can discussing the problems. We can look at it in the problems and help you out here. Grande union is only possible if both are honest and authentic. If you only one is authentic, then it won't happen. I think beginning a union with yourself is the most important thing. Exactly. That's where it begins. But when the both two people, they are self-aware, safe, accountable about exactly about this honesty and authenticity, then you know what that is. Then you know what's going on. We were talking about the most important questions people ask. How do I know who is my twin? Surprise, Divine's going to tell you who is your twin. Because the Divine is going to be set you up. You think one of the persons maybe is your twin flame, maybe he is, maybe he's not. Okay, I was talking about with other people about this for it. And some of the twin flame coaches, they say the same thing. We having a people coming in and they want to know and they're expecting wanting from us. We to tell them, yes, this is your twin flame. The question is about the twin flames, your personal relationships, so you can reach into that inner state of inner peace inside of it. That's what you're getting in that journey in there in the twin flame in the first place, because you did not have situations in the karmic. I mean, I can read you statistics in the karmics right now to see why the people heading into towards the twin flames journey after they getting into the karmic, and you're going to be correlated to all this. Okay, and lack of the authenticity, it is, here's the number one reason. Number one reason is a lack of commitment. But how can you make a commitment with somebody if you don't have a commitment with your own self? Number two reason, constant arguing. Do you have inner fights with energy with your twin flame constantly? One day you love them, the next day, oh my God, I don't want to see them. Three, your twin flame or maybe you cheating, having a third party, and so on and so on. Number four, unrealistic expectations. Can you guys understand that these unrealistic expectations into the inner peace, they're actually, you sense them pretty good. They don't have place there. In the inner peace of state, they don't have there. Because you understand that this is a projections. This is a gonna lead you to a crash. And you're like, we're not doing this. We can dream together. We can make a dreaming. We can see what there is. But it's not like, oh, well, you know what? Let's expect it that next month, this time, we can do be such a such, and let's do and achieve this, and let's put pressure in there so we can go ahead and meet the expectations. Okay? You're expecting from the other person to react on things that you want and desire from your own ego. That is unrealistic expectations. Number five is inequality between the partners. If you feel like you're not equal to them or you're not accepting what to them, you know how the equality between the partners happens? You guys gonna laugh on it. Everyone has their weird side. Everyone has their wild side. Every have that loose bolt in there, loose nuts in there. You fall in love with all the things in there, the good, the bad, the loose nuts, the weirdness. And you fall in love with it. And then you're equal. You're equal. You're equal. Because in the state of the inner peace, you're equal there. The thing outside of the inner peace may be not equal, but in the inner peace, it's equality. And that inner peace brings that relationships from upstairs, which is your spirit and your soul. It comes down to you, to your mind, and that changes downward to your heart. And guess what? You change everything. It's rewriting you. Number six reason for not to be is inadequate preparations for relationship. Are you prepared to be in a state of this divine union, of this really talking about these parts inside of you that you're ready for yourself? Are you feel prepared for it properly? Or are you still carrying situations inside of you from the karmic into the twin flames, into the all these energies inside of it and this? Yeah. Number seven, violence. The people don't get what they think they are becoming violent. Violence can be energetic, can be a spiritual, can be verbal, physical abuse, and so on and so on. But violence is something that it's not tolerated, disturbing the inner peace at all. And financial problems is the last one in there. And those are the reasons about it. But if you look at all those distort energies, distort emotions. But the inner peace sees this, and then the inner peace overcomes the lack of the commitments. Now the both parties like, this inner peace I have with you, it's more value than me having a non commitment with you. No. We don't have to argue, we have to communicate and talk. So you overcome the arguing in there. Cheating, you're like, oh, why would I gonna go with another partner when I have this? Then I'm out of my mind to lose all this. Expectations, you're like, we shouldn't have expectations for our relationship because the expectations will ruin the inner peace inside of it. But we can dream. Now you're overcoming that. Okay. And if the one other partner feels a little bit low than the other partner's like, no, we're balancing this. Yeah, that's what I said. So that's what it is. If you have any questions right now, you guys can ask about it. Natalia, thank you for coming in. Pallavi, isn't union just more work in progress? Well, the union first is going to come into you in the form of least expectations. When you have no desire for union, you're like, I'm not worried about this. I don't want to be on this path anymore. I'm just done with it. And when you're ready to this part, this is like the fruit is ready to fall off the tree. It's like, I have to fall off. I mean, I'm already grown up. This is like the child is grown up. It's like, I don't have to stick with mom and dad anymore. I have to take on my own. It's the same thing when you from evolving from the karmic relationships and you moving into the spirituality, then you go through the soulmate, twin flame, however your case might be in there, but you mature in all this. In each of this, you can look at yourself like the seed that goes into the ground and grows to your tree and gives the fruits. If you look at the karmic relationships, that's what that is. You get married, you have a kids, and you're producing, people. While in the twin flames, you begin to producing spirituality people. While in there, and the next level, you're producing what? Inner peace people. So it's constantly work in progress. You just not start another journey, not end. It's the same journey, okay? Just an advanced versions of the same pretty much journey. The only thing is the journey, the more you go through it, the better it gets. The better it gets. Your life is better, your energy is better. You're attracting different things, okay? And then you find out within yourself that that's where it is going. But yes, it's the inner work within yourself. It's the inner work for it. Pallavi, that's how I keep my perfection tendency in check. Yes, self check. Oh, yeah. Self check is a good thing. Actually, it's one of the best tool, that self awareness, that you catching up yourself and you improving in yourself. This is your personal responsibility to yourself, but also your personal responsibility while you're in the relationship. Most people want to have this, but they want their partner to do the work for them. Your partner to change so they don't have to do the work. Laziness or lack of ability to grow. But if your partner has to grow, you have to wait for this. You have to be supporting him in there, the growth in there. As well, your partner supporting you when you have an area of need to grow with them. But that is it, the beauty of the connection. The beauty. All right, guys. Boy, this is getting better. All right. If you guys have some any idea about the chat, let me know. And I'm thinking that maybe tomorrow we're gonna start doing it. I'm gonna go through these 8 different situations. We can tackle it a little bit, talking about the lack of commitments of the both parties, see the reasons in there, and so on. So basically, this is like 8 different points that we are gonna go through pretty quick. I think that is a pretty good. That can help other people to heal the karmic situations. That's going to help the people to heal within the twin flame situations, achieving the inner peace. And let's go together. Let's go together, guys. All right. If there is no questions or you have no any idea how to jump, guys, that is okay. It's perfect. Everything happens in divine time. No push, no hush, no rush. All right, guys. But let's share the love and the light, and that's what I have for you. But in a closing out of this, okay, striving for the inner peace begins in your spirit. That's what that is. The spirit wants to be in inner peace with the soul, so there is no inner fights between the soul and the spirit from within you. You're gonna finding this within yourself. Some of the things on it, nobody can teach you on that. But those are the things that you are gonna have to find out on your own. Because even if you tell the people on some of the things, they still have to get within unifications within themselves. All right, guys, love you. Love you first. When you love yourself, then you're going to be capable of loving others. All right. Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you, Grande, for sending the love. And thank you, Pallavi, for the sunshine and rainbows. Thank you. Let's be a sunshine. It's got to be authenticity. And that's what authenticity is. Be love and peace, guys. Love you. Here are some gifts of love for you guys. Take as much as you want, as much as you need. No more, 10 less.